Hey guys, welcome back to Money Vibes with Vi. We're starting off a little bit differently. The plan originally was the mid-year, but it's August or about to be August. Let's just jump into this. I wanted to discuss some of my 2024 financial goals. I was reviewing them, kind of seeing where I'm at versus where I want to be. Some of these are more attainable than others, but I still wanted to show what I had in mind for the year. Um, and break down where I'm currently at. So I just covered them up for suspense. First one is my credit card debt. I got this card when I was in college. I do regret it. However, considering it's one of my oldest cards, I don't want to close the account. I did, however, want to get rid of some of the money that was on there. I did have about a month where I was unemployed, and I was just reaching for this along with other cards at that time as a buffer. Um, so that was about $1,500, I believe. That was the original total debt amount, give or take. And that is the actual amount that I contributed. As of now, I have, excuse me, no Credit One credit card debt. Next up is my Capital One credit card. Um, Similar situation, saw the balance in this increasing around a time where I was a little bit more strapped for cash. Uh, Before cash stuffing, I really used to use my credit cards for a lot of my variable expenses, such as eating out, etc. Some months I would pay off the balance in total, other months not really. So that puts us at about 2,400. I've rounded this amount up just as a slight buffer, and then the actual amount is zero because my plan is to count down. I don't know if that'll work out towards the end of the year, but I'm going to try not to increase the balance much and work on overall decreasing it. Next goal is to max out my 2024 Roth IRA. This actually was going really well in the first 2 months of the year. Did the calculations for how much I needed to contribute biweekly, and then had kind of a monkey wrench thrown into my plans when I was kind of in limbo with employment. So we are at about 810, and the goal amount is 7,000. Right. Next up is, again, this is kind of a year of a debt focus. Discover credit card. I had used this for school, and I still sometimes do. So this number is a little bit higher. The goal there is about 6,200. And again, similar situation to Capital One. There is no actual amount listed because the plan is to count down. Well, technically count up, but the balance is going down to meet this total amount. Next goal is $10,000 in my 401k. You currently have one with my employer. I'm not exactly sure about the match. I should probably look into that. But we are currently at about $3,170, and the goal amount by the end of the year is about 10,000. I do have to see if this is possible in terms of an additional contribution after what's taken out of my paycheck, or if I need to alter what's contributed in general to meet this goal. But I can't really complain about this too much. I haven't had this job for most of the other half of the year, so being at about 30% of the goal is actually, I'm okay with that. Last goal is contributing $10,000 to my brokerage account. I normally honestly stick to a Roth or 401k. However, I did want to do more casual um, investing in my brokerage. And the goal is, like we mentioned, that 10,000, but we're actually sitting around just 415. It's really something I just honestly throw spare change at. So I wanted to be a little more um, intentional this year about contributing more. So now let's go to the tracker. I've set this up to kind of keep track of my progress, as well as help me analyze my numbers. This is heavily borrowed from another savings tracker I use. that I got off Etsy. I am okay in Excel, so I created a similar thing for these financial goals. All right, so let's do the first one, the Capital One credit card. Obviously, I'm not listing the credit one because we're done with that, but the Capital One sits at about 2,400 is our goal amount. And let's do a monthly goal. So you're going to see, because there is actually a slot where you can see the total monthly goal. The total monthly goal may not currently be feasible, but it is helpful for me to just keep track of what I could try aiming for. Realistically speaking, I'll probably check off one after the other. However, for some reason, that monthly goal number helps me understand my breakdown and how much I can afford to put each month towards a singular goal. So 2,400, there's about 5 more months left in the year. That's about $480 monthly. And then my starting balance is going to be $0. And just so you guys can see what's left, it's going to tell, based off of the information I entered, if $0 saved, which means I have 2,400 left. I'm at a 0% progress. So this is going to take me about 5 months. Per this calculation, I should be there by December of 2024. Next up is my Roth IRA. So again, we're going to enter our goal amount, which is that $7,000. That's currently what the maximum limit is. Monthly goal. Well, let's first hit our actual amount in there. We started with about 810, which means we have a remaining balance of $6,190. Divide that by the 5 months. And if I want to get there, be about $1,238 a month. Now for the Discover card, again, the goal amount, $6,200. The monthly contribution would have to be $1,240. The starting balance is going to be that 0. And 401k is $10,000. The starting balance is $3,170. And then the 10,000 minus the 3,170 is going to be 6,830. That remains, dividing that by 5, that'll be 1,366. And last but not least, the M1 account. And that is currently at 415 start. $1,917. So now let's shimmy on over. These should all be December dates, as you can see here. 5 months left. Progress 0%, 11.57%, 0%, 31.70%, and 4.5% are our total progress rankings for each one. So you'll look up here and you can see that the entire goal amount is $35,000 and $35,600. Then in total amount contributed, you see that we have 4,395 is what we've done so far. The total amount that's still left is $31,205, which means we're at a 12% progress overall. And our overall contributions per month is a whopping $6,241. So again, I will say that I think the 3 biggest goals that I would love to isolate are these first three right here, the 2 credit cards and the Roth. If I don't hit my goal on the brokerage or the 401k, I'm really not going to be too upset. All right. So scrolling down a little further, you could totally see the percentage breakdowns of everything. One, Roth, Discover, the 401k, and the brokerage. So now we're going to go up here. And this is where I would keep track of the actual contributions made. So you're seeing the cash stuffing in the next portion of this video. I kind of wanted to break down what I currently have remaining. So I'm going to do today's date. Well, you can enter the date if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I did leave that as a column. I do this, and I'm going to put in 120. And that's how much is going to go there this week. For the Capital One, excuse me, credit card. Then I am going to try to contribute a little bit as well to my Roth this month. And I think I could afford to do 90. So with all of that, that puts me at about 5% here, credit card end, and 12.86% on the Roth end. What I could also do, no, I think this will work for me, because currently the only thing that's this card's being charged for is recurring balances, which my payments are able to manage. So I think we're going to try this and see how it works. Anyways, do you guys want to see this tracker monthly? Would you like to see it with every pay period? What other questions or information do you have? And what do you think of my strategy? Do you think I should edit it or do something different? Anyways, I look forward to chatting with you guys. I really like this type of stuff, breaking down numbers, figuring out how much I need and how I could get myself there and this, that, and the third. So I liked making this and I like sharing it with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Again, would you strategize a little differently? Do you think that this 90 should just go to the 120 and I shouldn't be contributing to this at all at this moment? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I still have my variable expenses that I'll be cash stuffing. So stick around for that. Okay, take care.